But I don't. Because on September 20th, there's a judge that is going to have to look at 2 competency evaluations. One was done in 5 minutes, and I was declared incompetent because the man told me that I wasn't Jaguar Wright. He didn't believe me. I was spouting delusions of grandeur. I was declared incompetent by Dr. Michael Pittman for the Dallas County Court. Yes, please. And in 5 minutes, he determined that I was incompetent to stand trial because I wasn't who I said I was. Which is why they had to give me another competency evaluation with another doctor. Dr. Lee. You know what, Tulsa? I want to do something. I want to share something with you.
Go ahead. You got the floor.
Just a little something. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. 28.
What kind of work does the Philadelphia do?
I'm a recording artist. We're over now.
Yes,
for about 30 years now. I am also an advocate for sexual assault survivors. My nonprofit group, which we're going to have squared away, I think we're changing the direction, going from nonprofit to an actual ministry, a women's ministry group. It's called WCW Meeting USA. And I also create botanical products, and I'm kind of a renaissance woman. I'm also a published writer. I am entertainment. Right now, my life kind of revolves around media and broadcasting. I have my own YouTube channel, and I have my own internet TV station, DaladelphiaTVNetwork.com, and on Roku.
Okay. Now, in the past, do you have any prior legal issues? Have you ever been either pled guilty, been found guilty?
Yes, I pled guilty to a misdemeanor back in 2016. It was I was arrested for child abduction. It was a custody hearing that my ex-husband decided to criminalize because he wanted to destroy my life and use my child to do it and find a way to get his hand back into my pocket with child support. First time around, they charged me. I had concerts set up all around the world. And at the point where the trial would have been taking place, if I had taken it to trial, I wouldn't have been able to leave the country. And I was already scheduled at the Hong Kong World Music Festival. I was there with the Mosaic Project, Terry Lynn Carrington. I'm one of the contributing partners on that project. I made the deal. My kid didn't want to testify, and if I had backed out of that gig, it would have hurt me in the Far East. So I took the plea bargain, agreed to 2 years probation, which was concluded August 2018. I was then charged again by Chicago for child abduction, failure to return, even though my ex-husband had already moved. It was a nasty jurisdictional thing. I won my habeas corpus writ in 2017, but then they issued a governor's warrant, which forced me to Chicago, to which I stayed, and I fought the case, and it concluded nulle prosecute.
Okay. So in terms of, just in not just in Dallas, but in the U.S., I guess, just one prior conviction, that's it?
Just the misdemeanor that I pled guilty to in 2016. Like I said, that's been over.
Okay.
That concluded in 2018. But they recharged me in 2017, and then I fought that one. And I won.
Okay. Now does she have...
trial, there were so many jurisdictional issues.
Okay. Now does she, that one misdemeanor, did you replace on probation?
Yes, I
Time
was on probation for 2 years, and that concluded in 2018, August of 2018.
Okay. So I got a little bit of information about you. I guess you were in Dallas County for a little less than a month. Is that about right? Here most recently, like May to right to the beginning of June.
What do you?
Is that about right? You were when you were incarcerated at Dallas County Jail. Yes, ma'am. About 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Okay.
I was exposure max in Louisiana.
Now, according to those records, you have a history of some chronic pain. Is that correct?
I have severe scoliosis.
Scoliosis.
16 pinched nerves, 3 slip discs.
Any other chronic pain issues? Any other chronic medical issues like asthma, diabetes, high blood pressure?
Thank God. At 46. Oh, I'm a blessed woman.
Okay. Any history of drug or alcohol use?
I was an alcoholic, and I OD'd on Percocets prescribed to me by my doctor. I was 29, so I'm 46 now. Go back 30 years. Yeah, around 07, 06. I had OD'd on my prescription. I was drinking. Was it an accidental overdose? Well, we're not quite sure. I was never seen by a doctor. For whatever reason, my ex-husband, my first husband, decided after he found me in a pool of blood and vomit on our bathroom floor to not call an ambulance and to just clean me up and prop me up in bed. I was out for about a day and a half. I asked him why he never bothered to call and get me help if he found me that way. And he said, I didn't want anyone to think I was trying to kill you.
So, I guess from your standpoint, was it an accidental overdose? Or
in my opinion, it was an accidental overdose. I was taking my medication no different than I had normally taken it. I had the girls over. We had a martini brunch. I had 2 martinis, and when they left, that's when everything started to fall down over me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You refer to yourself as an alcoholic. Do you still drink, or are you sober? Okay. So, how long have you been sober?
Well, I have wine from time to time. I love a good scotch, but everything that I do in moderation. I actually cut alcohol out of my life completely for health reasons about 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago. So I'm not an active drinker.
So the wine and the scotch, is that no longer a thing, or is that still
No, I haven't had anything to drink since I've been incarcerated, and I haven't had anything since I've been out. Okay, so
at least a few months.
Yeah, the last scotch that I had a Macallan 18 Old Fashioned back in March after I was released from the hospital. That was the last drink I had.
Okay. Now, some of the records mention marijuana use as well as...
Absolutely.
Okay. How long have you been a marijuana user?
Well, it's not just, number one, I don't call it marijuana, it's cannabis. Number 2, I produce THC and CBD products for pain management and for just overall well-being. A lot of the products that I make, the botanicals that I make, my salve, all of that, CBD enhanced and vitamin infused. I'm not an abuser. I'm an old school apothecary.
No judgment with any kind of usage. Just want to have an understanding of you as a whole.
Absolutely.
Right? So how long have you been a user of cannabis or cannabis products?
When I walked away from pain meds completely, it's been 13 years.
And I assume you're either user of some sort, be it actual cannabis, be it cannabis CBD products, THC products. Is that fair?
CBD. I don't use THC unless I'm in extreme pain. And those are all medicinal edibles.
Okay. Now, the chart also mentioned some Molly. Is that correct?
Molly?
Yeah, it seemed kind of off. The note was kind of weird, but
who said I was using Molly?
So it was a weird note from, I guess they were referring back in March, were you at Parkland for a little bit?
Yeah, I was in Parkland
Yeah.
for 11 days.
So I guess they were referring to that.
I was never on Molly. I don't use it.
Okay.
I don't use drugs outside anything that is not natural. And like I said, the occasional scotch from time to time, I don't do.
Okay. Yeah, it was a weird note. So
and no one ever found it in my system. It wasn't in any document.
It was a strange note. I had to confirm.
Got it.
So there.
Let's pause there. Tulsa.
Yes, ma'am.
Regale me with your take on what you just heard. That was just 5 minutes. I got 45 fucking minutes more.
It seemed like, for me, it was like, instead, he was asking you the questions and you were answering them, but it was like he was trying to guide or force an answer that he wanted you to give. You know, it wasn't about you. I didn't feel like it was about you. It was more of, okay, so you did this, or this is what's in the notes. Okay, motherfucker, if I said I didn't do it, then I don't do it. And I don't need you to keep pressuring me to say that I've done the thing.
But that's how those evaluations work. Actually, I enjoyed my evaluation by him. I thought it was fair. I thought it was comprehensive. The questions that he asked me, as you could hear, were the questions. You got to realize he's an officer of the court.
Oh, okay.
So it's his job to ask questions based around what they want him to query me on.
Well, the questions were definitely direct and straightforward. I think, in my opinion,
were the answers straightforward as well?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The answers were straightforward. I mean, you didn't. You didn't have to think about it. You didn't get caught up on your words. It was more of, this is what it is, and I'm gonna tell you. You know, do I drink? Something. Well, yeah, I drink. Yeah. I drink in moderation. You know?
Hi, panel.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Jag, I'll be in your class action lawsuit.
Yeah?
Someone took a picture of my home. Actually came on my property. Took a picture. Did a 2-hour video. A little gay punk that lives here in Chicago. 2-hour video on me. Exposed my government name, my mother's name, my niece's name, her phone number. And then put in my comments, because I have a channel, that they was going to come over here in a van and jump on me. So I made it easy for them. I put my sliders in my pockets, sat on my front porch with my pit bull, and waited. But I do know it is a federal crime. Did I get arrested for having 2 sliders on me? Yes. Did I serve time in Cook County Jail? Yes. Did I just get off of probation? Yes. But that ain't gonna stop me. They ain't gonna run up on nobody. When you move on somebody, at least here in Chicago, if I'm gonna run up on you, I'm not gonna get on a worldwide internet and announce it. We move in silence. So if you want to start a class action lawsuit about what YouTube is allowing, they're allowing it to happen. I'll be more than happy to be a part of your lawsuit.
Tulsa?
They know what's going on.
They know what's going on.
That's why everybody's moving to Rumble. They getting off of YouTube.
Yeah.
But I've been following you since you came on. And then you took a break and you came back.
Well, I
So
had no
I think I'm
choice.
more well versed. Yes, you didn't have no choice. A little bit. I know a little bit more than a lot of these. And I've seen bloggers that only have 700 subscribers and they reporting on you because they know if they put your name in the title, people are going to come over. They climbing off of your back. And Queen Pain did not hurt my feelings. She could stay right where she at over there in California. I like King Pain. Like I said, the only thing that bothers me is the stare down that he gives you in the camera, and
Mm.
he got to reach the quota. So when I saw him staring, I said, this is normally how autistic people do. They stare.
Huh.
They just stare and don't
There is
say
a
anything.
specialness to him.
Oh, yeah. My child has Asperger's, and he got a full scholarship to DePaul in animation.
Yeah.
They're very special people. They're very intelligent. But I knew once he started talking and then got in that stare in the camera, and Queen Tulsa, you did hold his platform down. You held him down. As a matter of fact, he would hand a program over to you. You weren't getting paid.
No, ma'am.
Well, you're a good one.
But you
I'm a
know,
Leo.
it's
And that Leo, he would have had to drop them ducats. Them ducats would have had to come to me. As much
well,
as
you
he
know
was
what?
like,
The thing is, doing things for charity. I'm all about charity and giving back and being a leader and showing people how to, get along. But girl, going forward, it's a price.
yeah,
But you know what? But it helped me, um, you know, expand myself and my brand. And now I offer a service of accountability coach. So I'm someone's accountability coach and I get paid for it.
see, I've had my channel since 2019. And back then, when people sub to your channel, you got their name. I would block people. I'm not on here for the money. I'm not on here for anything but exposing liars, scammers, exposing them, and new content creators that are coming out, sharing their content, because the OGs in the beef sector, they don't have no content. And I'm like, it's new kids on the block. There's new kids on the block. Subscribe to their channel. So if you go to my channel, all you're going to see on that community wall is sharing, sharing, sharing. It's enough out here for everybody to eat.
Well, I apologize for you getting doxxed and having
You
a.
know, that happened 2 years ago. I just got off of probation in July. So,
Like I
I'm
said,
like, these people on here are weird. These people on here need validation. Something they didn't get in their childhood that they have to get on a worldwide web that goes all over the country, this universe, and spill their guts and go back and forth. And these women, I call them fag hags, that sit up under these gay men and think, I guess they gonna get with them and send them all their money. And they're black women on black women hating one another and allowing gay black men to be just totally disrespectful to black women. Totally disrespectful.
Red Pill, I gotta tap in. Because what you just said, it reminded me of something. Back in the 90s, when I was in the life, we used to hang out with a lot of male strippers. and we dated some. And we would go to the shows because, you know, these were our boyfriends. But their bodies were on display for hundreds of women. So if we wanted to, you know, let the chicks know, we would come through $500 in ones and just come through and be like, boom, paper them down, you know. But I watched how these women would fight over these male exotic dances. Who could drop the most money? Who could come up with it? Like they used to rifle off private dances and all of this stuff. And these women, I mean, they would do anything. They were thousands upon thousands of dollars every week. And guess what? Half of them niggas was gay. And even when they found out that the men was gay, like there was this one dude back in Philly named the Lion King. And his whole thing was he was like double jointed and real flexible. And he would get to the part of his performance after he contorted and did all this stuff all over the floor and sweating all over the women. He would, you know, give his own self fellatio. And these hoes, some of them be like, well, then what we here for? And then the other ones will be like, oh yeah. Oh, I mean, just crazy. And
Jack,
just listening
I lived
to
in the house. My mother and them put me out when they found out my sexuality. I'm 65. So I had no choice but to move in a house where I was the only female. I lived with gay men, both, you know, tops and bottoms, and with the trans, I call them my dolls. I was raised with them. I've seen women. One woman I dealt with, she had a baby by my best friend's lover. I'm going over to the house with him. He's like, I just need to stop over here and see my lover. I go there and I'm looking at this woman and they got a baby. About 5 years later, me and her hooked up. And I'm like, how did you not know Derek wasn't gay? You can look at him. He makes all the dresses for the trans girls when they perform. How could you not know? And this woman really did not know that this man she was with that had a 5-year-old son that was whooping her was gay. I don't understand how these women on cannot keep these gay men. No matter how they try to do like this, they can't keep. Over in another section, it's a woman 50-something years old.
You got to come back to your phone. We can barely hear you.
Sorry, it's a woman 50-something years old that is begging for rent money. Because she donate all her money to a gay guy. Well, you're all over flash action lawsuit. I got this thing. And again, I can bring anything all the way down.
You got to bring your speaker up to your mouth, Red Pill.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me better now?
That's way better.
Okay. I can bring King Payne's channel all the way down with every Cash App that I send him. If I wanted to be that bitch. But my whole channel is, why do we black women hate one another so much that we'll go to any means they're paying a Caucasian to dox people, to call their jobs, to have them fired from their jobs? That, you know, he has the privilege so he can get information from the hospital. He's broken the HIPAA law. He's broken cyberbullying, but they would rather pay this white guy over in the beef sector to dox one of their own. I don't get it. And YouTube knows what's going on. I've hit them on Twitter enough. I've contacted them enough. They know what's going on.
I put my email in the back in the private chat. Screenshot it.
I don't do behind the scenes. I work solo dolo. Very solo dolo.
Okay, well, who is the person?
That did it? QB.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna write his name down so I can do my due diligence.
In the Midwest and 5 days. She lived here in Chicago. Both of them.
Okay. What's his name?
His channel name is QB of the Midwest. And Five Babe, the one that official King Payne he had a one-on-one interview with her until I did a video saying, why do you have this woman on your panel when she's known to scam, lie? That's why she's telling you she's the most hated person. I have receipts. I have videos that she privatized. And once he saw that, he didn't invite her back onto his panel. King Payne came from the beef sector. He worked his way out the beef sector, just like Wiley. Wiley came from the beef sector. Now what is his name? AT2? He's trying to come back into the beef sector. It's all about numbers and money.
But at the expense of Black women's pain.
Yes.
And I have a problem with that.
The 4-letter word, they'll break the HIPAA law, throw that on you, as they say. They will roast you from the cradle to the grave. I want
to extend the rage room to you. We're going to go on mute, and we want you to just let it out. Cuss, do whatever it is. Let it the fuck out. You would not take this into tomorrow. You would not take this into next week. I'm about to mute, and I want you to go the fuck in.
I want you all to know what this application is. It's a mind fuck. It's a mind fuck, and for some reason, Black women are attracted to it. To the point that they say, I cut my cable off. YouTube is better. And they sit up 24 hours, 7 days a week, calling other Black women every name they can think of. Every name. That now, I don't think people have names. It's just, hey, bitch. Don't introduce yourself. Just walk up to them and go, hey, bitch. Hey, whore. I've heard Black women come up with all kind of names. I've seen a Black woman doxxed, and they found her mother picture in a casket, and they put it up on the community wall, and it's circulated all around YouTube. I've seen a woman whose child was strangled by a cord from your blinds and died. And I saw another Black woman take a picture of that child and put a noose around the child's neck. This is how much YouTube is allowing, and this is what we're at in 2023. That they don't realize all the content you make belongs to YouTube.
I don't care if you privatize it. I don't care if you delete it. All the content belongs to YouTube. And everybody's heard of Lipstick Alley. Lipstick Alley records damn near everything that they can and reports on it. And yes, it's a felony. You cannot cyberbully. You cannot destroy someone's character. You cannot expose their medical. There's laws. And a lot of these people don't know the law. So when I get on here and I do my content, I remind them of the law. That's why I was held in Cook County Jail as long as I was, because I tried to educate the Black women in there. You have rights. You got to know your rights. And because I was telling them, the CEO said, we gonna make an example out of you. So they held up my paperwork. But what I carried on me, I don't take threats. I don't take you even, somebody even coming to me like they threatening me. No, because that's like a promise. I'm not gonna laugh at all. You come in my comments, I see where you got all my information. You using it in different chats. You got one that says I pop pills from the south side of Chicago with my picture on it. You got another one with my name and address and phone number on it. Yeah, my head is on a swivel. All the time. All the time. So this little application has really mind-fucked us as a people. Mind-fucked Black women into not knowing their worth. They don't know they're worthy. And they sit up and dog and drag one another out 24 hours, 7 days a week. I go all over YouTube. I'm not in one sector. Not one. So I've seen it all. I tell people what I listen to, they cannot believe it. They can't believe it until I sit them down and turn on a channel and they listen to it and go, this is YouTube? Yep. And guess what? When you buy their streaming, you're going to have access to this too. Jag was right. I used to work for HBO. I managed for 7.5 years with them. I watched how my Jewish Caucasians run a Fortune 500 company. Does anybody think in their rabbit ass mind, with streaming now taking over everything, you will not see cable, you will not see satellite dishes. Everything will be streamed. Do you really think that YouTube is going to continue to allow this fuckery? That's why they're taking 40% of cash apps. They're trying to discourage. Get off of here. We don't want you here anymore. That's when somebody said, Rumble. It's enough Black people on here we could own our own. And I'm done.
Preach. They're not paying attention, Red Pill.
That's why my name is Neo Matrix Woke. And if you can see the tattoo on my neck, I got the eye, the all-seeing eye inside of a pyramid. And I got one on my arm. I see beyond this matrix of a world. People don't listen. They don't pay attention. I just uploaded a video about the Mandela effect, about the 2 full moons we had that's not going to occur until 2035, about all this scamming and lying and fuckery going on. That this RICO case here in Chicago starts next month for FBG Duck. That if you call yourself journalists, like you all covered the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, then as journalists, get your asses up and come here to Chicago. Because we got 5 or 6, 20 to 25 years old that's facing death or life. That's the only choice. This is maybe the first RICO case since, the Panthers? It started off with Capone. I think they might have got the Panthers on a RICO case, but they coming after the gangs here now. So so-called journalists that want to give out good content, bring your asses here and watch this case go down, because the Chicago Police Department are part of the case.
Honey, unless there's a rapper or an actor on trial, they don't care.
No, they rather send the doggy out, scam, lie. I got to meet a quota. When we $5-10 away, when, and then it be spelled tea.
We $5-10 away from the 500 that we already got.
And being a gay woman, I really have lost respect for men. They're straight men in the manosphere that talk about women like dogs. And they flying out to these men. Somebody you've never met. I said, have y'all ever heard of stranger danger? Or do you dox these men before you fly out to them? You doxing everybody else. Are you doxing these men? So we got sex trafficking going on. We have drug addicts on. There's one girl on meth that runs her channel. And they all gonna go on Carnival Cruise Line on a damn meet and greet. I'm taking insurance out on them bitches. Because somebody gonna get pushed over.
That part. They think it's a game. It ain't a game.
I have seen the game. How they finesse. How they finesse 20 G's out of her viewers. Told them it was going to be a meet and greet here in Chicago. I tiptoed right down to the hotel. She told them they was going to stay at it. And what were we in? The middle of the shutdown. I got them people sending their money up there.
That's how King Payne met like Matt's widow at a meet and greet.
No refund. If you wanted to come to the meet and greet, you had to send in $300. No refund. She got that 20 G's. That's Chicago. That's Chicago for you. West Side. She got that 20 G's.
They all a bunch of con artists. That's the funny thing about it. They run around calling everybody a scammer, and they the biggest scammers on this fucking app. It's so funny.
I was researching Dick Gregory. I'm gonna tell you how dirty YouTube is. All of a sudden, I got recommendations. I'm like, recommendations? Hit it, and it put me right in the beef sector. But I happened up on Pastor Jay Wilson. As soon as I saw him flinging his hands, I got in the comments and said, sis Wilson, he blocked me because he was telling all the women that he was straight. Then I had to do a troll page. And I'm like, you 50-something years old. You sitting up here flinging your hands and rolling your neck. How can you women not tell? Till finally he came out and said he doesn't consider himself gay. He considers himself a man that loves other men. I do it.
And that's all the bisexuals.
And he sell prayer cloths. And people buy.
Like I said, them women used to come up and drop thousands of dollars on them men in them strip clubs, and half of them was gay. They ain't care.
Yep.
They ain't care.
King James, all of them. All of them. Phi Beta got mad because she couldn't get them to sleep with her. They don't want girl ussy. They want boy bussy. Girl, you went to Dallas thinking that you was going to get you some from them. They don't want you, girl. They said no.
What they telling?
Ain't nothing more pathetic than watching a black woman get rejected by a gay man. Ain't nothing more pathetic.
It's funny as hell to me. It's funny. It's funny because I just sit there with them and I know how cutty they can be. I know how deceitful they can be. Like I told King Payne, I responded to him. I've been with queens like you. Exactly like you. And they run the same plays. Just a different year, but it's the same plays. They're known to use credit cards. They're known to steal identities. I knew one that was able to get a car, a house, before he passed from AIDS, using other people's names. Every time he got a boyfriend, he bought them a brand new car. They know how to get into your credit, your account, your bank account. But when you hungry, it's just the same way as the trenches. If you a G and you hungry, you do what you gotta do. And when you gay and your family turn their back on you, we just scam in a different way. But I'm gonna leave you with this. Don't trust nobody. If you ain't met them face to face, because all you're listening to is their voice. You're going off the vibration of their voice. Feel their energy. I saw when you met with King Payne in California, and you all was sitting on a rooftop having lunch. You know how long ago that was, Jag?
How long ago?
When you came on. When you first came on, he met with you, and you were in. And he was sitting up having lunch with you.
Yeah.
But if you can't feel the energy and it can't look you in the eye, don't wear no damn sunglasses when you talk to me. Look me dead
That
in the
part.
eye. But
Eyes are the window to the soul.
hold your shit close to your chest. And I've been singing your song all night. All night long. I'm like, damn, she got a pop. She got a pop. But he was planning on his. He was planning on his.
I heard he did a review of my copyrighted song.
Yep. You should strike. I told you. It's called strike.
I heard he played my copyrighted song.
As much money as he made off of you, get that page taken down for 90 days.
Oh, absolutely.
Get some of your money.
Michael Braggs fell for the bait, and he's about to take a vacation. I mean, Tulsa, didn't we just do the unveiling of that the other night?
Yes, we did.
Wasn't the producer there?
Yeah, the producer was there. If I hear that word one more time. Wiley got a producer. Then Sean Bradley was doing the YouTube. He actually flew people out. They were going to do a pilot on the beef sector. And somebody from Hollywood actually funded. because what goes on in the beef sector, nobody would really believe. But they're still pitching it, trying to get it picked up by someone. Now the beef is they were going to do something called Colored Girls. And they were going to have black women beef against one another and throw in colorism. How many steps backwards is that, Jag? To pitch
you preaching right now. I ain't even trying to get your way. You preaching.
To put black women against black women and then throw colorism. If
Oh, well, honey, that's called good reality TV.
Behind the scenes until somebody spilled the beans and found out they got a whole cast together.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, you know, Michael has been trying to break into the reality TV world heavy for the past 2 years now.
Well, I told him my cousin works for EMI Records. I used to be put my little crowns in the chat and all that. He followed me on Instagram until I started seeing this shit looks like it's all planned out. All like a play is going on. And I told him,
and they played with my life. And I let him.
I said, if you can sing, send me your link on something that you've done. I'll shoot it over to my cousin. Never got it from him. Now I guess he's managing artists, or he's looking
I don't
for artists.
know. Only thing he's managing to do is ruin their life.
Well, YouTube is setting us back 100 years.
We let it though.
Yeah, we allowed it. But these young ones coming out, like Miss Kim, I push her channel. I push.
Oh, absolutely, I do as well. I got a good feeling about Kat.
I'm biased. You get up and say what you want to say. Over there, if they see you in somebody else's chat, you know the content creator will dog you out. And as they call it, banish you, rebuke you from their channel. Like they got control over somebody's life.
But see, that's what they're doing, and that's why I say I don't care.
It's a mental fuck.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly why when they came over to mine, I took their asses and I put them in a 24-hour timeout and I threw their asses out. After I let them sit there and watch me. See, you don't like it when nobody do it to you.
It's triggering. Just like the one on meth over there. I did a video on her. You don't know whose child may come up on this video. And you're sitting here in your section for a rehabilitation section. Bitch, they have a sector for that. Go over there. But the shit you over here talking and having sex with animals and all that crap.
Yeah.
No, that's sick. It's become sicker and sicker and sicker.
Oh, absolutely.
And people support this admitted meth head. She admitted it. And they support her and sent her money. I said, all y'all doing is putting a bullet. That's a bullet in the chamber. Every dollar you send is a bullet in the chamber. So I push new content creators that are unbiased, that have one channel for roasting and another channel for teaching.
Oh. Jag, mute. Y'all got a bad echo.
Good night, everybody. Good morning.
Okay.
It was a pleasure.
Well, good morning.
You.
No problem. You come back anytime.
All right, bye, Jag.
Shut your channel out before you leave. Oh,
love you, Red Pill.
Yes. Jag, go ahead and shout your channel out before we take out. And TJ.
I am Jaguar Wright Johnson of the Jaguar Wright Johnson channel right here on YouTube. You can check me out on Instagram at either Jaguar Wright or Jaguar Wright Johnson, or you can check me out on TikTok. I mean, you can check me out at just Google me. That's all. And TJ, say something.
Hey, I am the T from the TNJ channel. You could check my channel, our channel. I don't even know what to call the channel, but it's the TNJ channel here on YouTube.
And you're also on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I am on Instagram
and TikTok
as TJ. I think TJ01 or TJ11, and then we're on TikTok, but I don't remember our TikTok page.
You can just Google me.
We're there.
But Tulsa, I dropped a little note in the back chat. That back chat is hilarious. Did you check out the back chat?
I'm checking it now. He was doing a lot.
The most? I hope you don't mind. I had to take a little snapshot of that. That was funny.
Yes. He was definitely doing a lot. If anybody wants to join the class action lawsuit, you can email jaguarwright@gmail.com.
Jaguar Wright Johnson.
Jaguar Wright Johnson.
Yeah, I started a whole new email specifically for this. Jaguarwright@gmail.com. That's of course my primary email. But anybody who's interested in joining the class action, I've started a new email address. It's jaguarwrightjohnson@gmail.com. Please, if you've been bullied, if you've been harassed, if you've been cyberstalked, if you've been gaslit in any way, please join us. Already we got 4 people. Me, TJ, Tulsa, Red Pill. We just need 16 more. I don't think they'll be hard to find. How many mock funerals have been thrown over people's lives on this app? How many, just that nonsense with TJ on my son's birthday, like that really just sickened me. 2,000 people in the room rooting to have a black woman virtually eviscerated for their entertainment. And then had the audacity to say, you better not donate a dime to that bitch. And then refuse to pay her the money that you said you would give her so you could publicly humiliate her for clicks and views. Like, anybody who sits over there, you don't gotta like me. Like, for real. Let's get that clear. I don't like you. I don't want any kind of fans that are into that shit. I don't want your money. I don't want shit from you because you down with the sickness, yo. You're fucking down with the sickness. Like, I'm good. Like, if this was The Walking Dead, we are the living people and y'all are the zombies. And if anybody's ever watched The Walking Dead, those who were still alive, their numbers were small, but they were able to pull together and fight off sometimes thousands of walkers. All you gotta do is pop them in the right place. But it was those small units of human beings that hadn't been infected with that sickness that pulled together and managed to create a life after the apocalypse. That's how I see it here on this Red app. You know, I'm Carol on this Red app. I'm the mom that said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. I put down my apron, stopped baking my cookies, and picked up some heavy artillery and said, let's get it. That's who I am. And all the rest of you zombies wandering around here on this Red app in your sickness, you ain't scaring nobody. You just giving us a reason to be smarter with our plans. You fucking right. We telling on y'all. We going to the principal. We gonna get you suspended. Since y'all on some high school shit, let me talk to you in language that you can understand. We're going to the principal's office and you're getting suspended. And not in school suspension. You gotta stay at home. With y'all real high school asses. Jesus, it's just tiring. But yeah, Tulsa, that's all I got to say. So I'm going to drop down below and I am going to enjoy the rest of the show like everyone else. And it's been a pleasure and it's been a gas. And I'm really looking forward to cleaning up the rest of these YouTube streets. Oh, and to the talented Mr. Ricketts. Thank you for the content. And also, I would appreciate it if you would make a statement as to why you called saying all of those things to me and you knew I was recording. But as it stands right now, that recording is only living on the Queen Tulsa page. So if you want to say something about it, you're going to have to make a mention. Make sure you tell everybody about this fabulous platform. And on that note, I love you, darling. Mwah!
I love you more.
It's been a gas.
Period. Wait until you see this outro. Let's get it.
Oh, yes. Let me get in the bushes.